Hey,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's that boy Freeway, man. Shout out Freeway. Shout out Philly, man. Shout out Antioch. Got that boy Simba on there. Okay.
yeah, 925.
Yeah. All right. That was fire. You said Freeway is back, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm glad you got to follow it up. Like you know, what I mean, follow it up with some actual some work behind it after that statement.
I was waiting for the album.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad you followed up. You know, and brought it to the forefront.
I
I
mean,
was
like,
glad
yo,
to
y'all
hear it.
dropped a single. You're gonna do another project or not? But yeah,
Right.
so
Hell yeah.
he don't wait. He just gonna hit you.
Right.
So
I
I had
respect
to
it.
wait till he hit me, and he hit me this week. So I had to hit y'all.
Hello. Blessings. For
Yeah,
sure. That was he ain't lost a step. I ain't gonna lie. The flow is still immaculate. The flow is still the pocket play how he do it.
pocket.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? How he man, it's crazy. That's like you know what I mean? That's own to his own style. Like, you know what I mean?
for sure.
That's crazy. I love that. I love that. Like I see new artists like YTB Fat and like some other artists are like Rob 49, some other artists are trying to do their own little version of it. Like not saying they're copying his flow or nothing. I'm saying like
No, but their own pocket.
yeah, they're kind of thing. Like, yeah, and it's like it's interesting, but like, you see the originators, like the PD Cracks, the Freeway, like, you know what I mean? Like, you see the originators, like the Young Chris's,
He got a track with Crack too.
ooh,
Album. Check
no,
out
that's
that
oh,
album.
that's gonna be fire. Oh, for sure,
Stimulus
definitely.
Package
Oh,
2,
oh,
the
okay.
name of the project.
Oh yeah, I'm
So
definitely putting that in the whip.
yeah, yeah.
Totally.
He got one with Sauce too.
Don't play with me.
Uh-uh. It's
Okay,
like the third joint. Huh? Yeah,
for
yeah, that's why I
sure,
was like, yo,
for sure, for
it's
sure.
here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Freeway's back.
Facts. He
For
outside.
real.
Yeah, he
It
outside
wasn't
now.
like it wasn't just a one-off random like
Oh yeah, for
he,
sure.
he gonna hide. He back.
Oh hell yeah! Speaking of being back, man, Block Giants podcast, man. We back, man. With episode 39, man. I'm MT to the G. I'm here with my man Dose Definitely, my dopest podcast friend, Pod Father over here, man. Richter, man. How you doing today, sir?
Good, yo. Good. Been a hell of a week, but we moving.
Mm,
Um, I think this was more of a life week than topics, which is kind of
mm.
good. I think it's gonna be a good pod. But how you doing? What's going
Um,
on with you?
that's crazy. I want to say same. Um, yeah, it's been a life week. That's crazy. That's crazy how we could be going through different things on the other side of the world that be the same thing on the or different parts of the world, not the other side. But yeah, that's interesting. That's funny because I was looking at some of the topics on here. I was like, um, I'm currently going through some of this right now. And if I'm going through it, I know somebody else is. Like,
Right?
so that was
For
fun.
real.
Like, and when I say somebody, I mean a lot of somebodies.
A lot of somebody's, not just
Yeah,
one.
a few here and there. Like, for real. It's funny too because I actually was gonna go through the sad ish first. But what are we on?
Mm,
Episode 39?
yeah,
39. Woo. Okay.
almost at that 40.
Yeah, almost at that 40 piece. Okay. Almost at that 40 water. All right, episode 39, man. That's lit. Now I was gonna do some sad ish first, right? But then like there was nothing that really came across that was really sad. If I missed anything out there, I apologize, but I didn't see anything that you know what I mean, that was sad. So that was a blessing. So I was like, oh, cool. I don't have to start the pod off with like rain and like, you know what I mean? Gloom and doom. I don't, like, for once I can start. Like, that's dope. I
It was
was
a
like,
good forecast. No
well,
fog in the
I
morning.
know, right? It was a hot week. It was a scorching week. Oh, man. But I guess we made it. I guess we made it.
We here. Drinking more of that magic juice.
Yup, some of that magic act.
Oh,
Yeah, some of that
okay.
class act magic
I
act.
like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
Mm,
I like that magic juice. That's
definitely.
dope.
Some of that Narnia.
Narnia in a bottle, yo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, let's get right to it, man. I like how you had. I want to start off with the dogs, man, because this was
Yeah,
interesting, man. I want to start off with
yeah. Let's
that
do it, man.
because I actually you are a dog lover as well. Like I don't own a dog, but I'm a dog lover as well, just like a lot of people on this planet.
Right?
So I thought this was dope. If you want to go ahead and let the people know about this topic right here.
Yeah. So I came across this random article and it was talking about how dogs can smell your stress
Mm,
and sense that kind of like on humans. And so I just thought, I'm a big dog guy. We ain't gonna spend mad time on it, but I just thought it was interesting. that they're doing this kind of research and we're really figuring out like what they know, and eventually we'll be able to know how to talk to them or have some kind of app that talks to them or something. It's going to be pretty crazy. But um, yeah, man, I know. I mean, y'all know I'm a dog guy. T, he knew I was a dog guy when he was living with me. So like,
A big facts. A big facts.
dog by proxy. So like, he had to get with it. So I know he's cool with the dogs too. So
A big facts.
what'd you think? What'd you think when you came across this?
I'm not even gonna hold you. The biggest thing I thought was I was just surprised of how much research we doing with these dogs. Like
Right?
I was like, we put like dollars into this, like real serious coin. Like you know what I'm saying?
Serious coin.
Like and I ain't
Big
gonna lie,
salaries.
yeah. But I wasn't even gonna I ain't gonna hold you. Like I said, the test sounded solid in theory. Like you know what I mean? It was crazy. They were like, if you do this, and especially the pessimist optimist test, like you know what I mean, things like that. Then they had to cycle in what the dogs was going through, like or how they were raised before they got like all kind of shit. I was like, you know what, that's crazy because I don't even, you know, sometimes you don't even think about all
Right.
that, like you know what I mean.
It's
They're
just a
like,
dog or whatever.
right, like, you know what I mean? But he had a life too. He was born, he grew up, like he went, like you know what I mean, he went through some stuff, like you know what I mean. Like,
100%.
that's crazy though. And they started just like man, they the way they said they were putting the scents or like wet rags under people's armpits or things like that, like
Oh yeah,
when they're
yeah.
stressed out like that, to tell, like you know what I mean, so they can smell when the endorphins are in the sweat or glands or things like that. I thought that was just like interesting how they were battling the toggling between the idea of could the dogs be smelling the stress of the trainer for certain reasons, and then they got to like differentiate why they're stressing. I'm like, well, these dogs are actually thinking, like you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like they got a lot to go through and discern, like you know what I mean, in one emotion, like not emotion, in one smell, like you know what I mean.
one
That's crazy.
smell. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Off that information that they're smelling. Yeah, for sure.
That was just a lot of research. I was happy in a way. I was very happy to see that they're actually going through that research. So, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. Like
100%.
I was like, we need because as soon as they said this one thing in the article, that's what totally put me on board. They said we have been co-evolving with this species for thousands of years. Like when they
Mm-hmm.
said that, I was like, yeah, man, let's find a way to get in touch with these. Like I'm like thousands of years, like you know what I mean. Like that could be how some other species probably thinking about us. Like you know what I'm saying. We've been in the fourth dimension next to y'all for like thousands of years. We hoping y'all just get it right, man.
That's the elephants over there. Y'all keep killing us. I wish y'all could just figure it out. We just want to be here with y'all.
Yeah, right.
Grass.
Like so, I thought it was interesting because I mean, because when it starts there, like, I mean, that opens the door. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh, for sure.
if we have, let's say, a communication with the dog, maybe the dog would be like, hey, you know, I got communication with these cats, right? I'll tell you why we funking. Like he told me the other day, like, you know, it's like, oh shit, like, yeah, like, oh, he, I speak cat. Cat's like, whoa, whoa,
That's
whoa,
pretty
like, oh
good.
shit, like oh shit. I was
And
like,
when they licking their paws, they don't look at them. Don't
yeah,
look at them.
okay, Doctor
He starts
Doolittle,
giving you pointers.
right? You never know, like, but I'm just like I said, I'm excited for the future though. Like, it seems that we're which is also a good segue into another topics that we a lot. Like I said, this is a very cohesive dog. I like this. I like this. I like this. But yeah, that's all I had really about the dogs though. I thought it was pretty cool as a dog lover. I don't own one, like I said, but I do plan on definitely plan on owning one.
Hey.
But like I said, as a dog owner, I like this. I like how humane the test sounded. You notice they were
Mm-hmm.
like, oh yeah, after we did the optimist, pessimistic test, like you know, we just went and we rewarded them by sitting them like in a room watching good calming scenes with good calming noises. I'm like, oh, that's dope. Like, they were like, we're just gonna throw you back in the kennel, and, like, hurry up and get in there. Like, you know, I'm like, oh, okay, they're treating them humanely. Like, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
that seems kind of cool. Also on the face of it as well.
100%. 100%, man. Yeah. And if you sweating at the airport, TSA dog's gonna smell y'all. So here's your warning.
Yeah. How does that work? Oh yeah, yeah. It doesn't matter. You can't. Yeah, you can't do no cologne. You can't do
Nah.
that. So be cool. Just be cool.
Be cool with being bad. That's all I
Yeah.
gotta say.
Damn. That's why I don't like committing crimes. Too much stress.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
I
And
got
now they
always.
can. Now you got
Yeah.
dogs that can smell it. Oh no.
Yeah. You gotta be up on you gotta be up on all the cop tech. Like you gotta be on all the cop trends. Like, no, I'm good, man.
All the cop tech. The latest cop tech.
Yeah, for
You didn't get the
real.
manual?
You
No,
guys,
the
yeah, you
dog
guys
suck.
subscribe to
You
all
gotta
the
get the
manuals.
manual with
Yeah.
the
You guys subscribe to all the
update.
goddamn books they subscribe to. Like, Hold on, what they
Get
got?
that updated edition.
They got the level 5 what? Okay, well, they like nah. Like, that shit sounds like too much work, man.
Right? Like I'm good. I'm a cancel my subscription. I'm done.
Nah, it'd be like some Ocean's 11 type shit. You ever notice that? Like it'll be like George Clooney and be Brad Pitt. They'll be talking and shit. They'll be like, man, well, we gotta get a special kind of safe. And then you just go walk up to a guy, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, that's an 1835 630." Like you're like, "Nah, bro, like nah, fam, like nah, like nah." For you to just be like, "Nah," that means you had to been doing research and all this like for years just for this moment right here for one person. Nah,
For
fam,
real.
nah,
Geeking.
right? Nah,
You just a safe geek and you're the
nah,
random one they rent. Nah.
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 That's when that right there is crime don't pay. Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
like nah, I'd rather be doing something. I'd rather have a margarita in my hand or something.
Right? You better teach some networking classes.
Something. But damn, networking class. You're gonna have to teach networking classes because
Right?
there is no middle class in America no more.
Mm.
Mm. I mean, there is, but
But it used to be the bigger portion, right? It was like the bigger middle.
yo,
When you cut the pie up,
yeah.
right? It was like
Oh, it was definitely different. It was.
definitely
You know
different.
what's funny too because just before we even go into this topic, right? I literally was at In and Out with my wife the other day, and I thought it was interesting.
Hey,
Like, sorry, I'm not trying to give too much free promo, but I was
I
over
got
there. Yeah, I was, but that's where I was at,
that's
and
king.
yeah, for sure. But we was over there, and I just happened to just look at it, and I just was like, "Yo, like our order, right? Ordered some basic, ordered root beer float and two double doubles, like something basic. It was like 20 something out the window, and I just sat there and I was like, "Yo, my man work over at what's it called? That's like an hour of his work, bro. Like he has to work an hour for a snack."
He said a snack.
That wasn't
For for
that wasn't our dinner. That was snack. Like that was crazy. Like we was just hungry real quick. We're gonna eat snack on something before like we ate dinner. Like I'm like, bro, you have to work an hour for a snack, fam. Like that was depressing when I heard that. Like I just had to say that before we start stopping before we go to the
yeah,
middle
yeah, yeah.
before we go to the middle class. I felt bad for the homie. Like I was like, yo, like I see why McDonald's. You can't even say people can eat McDonald's because like they're more expensive. Like I don't even understand.
They're
Like
even more expensive.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even understand why people are eating fast food if they're poor, like or not poor, not middle class. Like, but anyway,
Yeah, man.
but yeah, go ahead and introduce the topic, man. Let's go ahead and get this, man.
I mean, what's it called? CNBC put out an article or research on the middle class in America, and they basically broke down the different like regions and
Mm.
what ranges like middle class for each. So um, it's just interesting to see like I feel like the margins between the cities were a lot bigger before, and now they're like really more close in terms of like probably cost of living and salaries and stuff. But
Mm,
I actually want to share it because we can link it in the bio thing
definitely.
description. But uh,
Yeah, share that thing so they can see it as well.
yeah, here we go. All right. So yeah, like for instance, it says like
Oh, that's
Boston,
crazy. Yeah,
right?
for sure. That's
Like
crazy.
70 to 209K
Mm,
is middle class
mm.
household income. It's pretty
Household
crazy.
income. That's how many people are considered to be a household?
I think they're just saying that's how much you need for the house. So
Damn, doesn't matter.
it could be y'all split it up to get to that number. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Ideally,
So if it's two of y'all, if
if
it's
one
three of
can make,
y'all. Mm.
yeah, if the man or whoever can do that whole number, then that's cool, right?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you right.
At least, but you're still considered high end middle class,
Mm.
not even like upper class.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, brother. I saw these numbers and generally got terrified.
L.A., Long
Yeah,
Beach, Anaheim,
Anaheim. Yeah, I saw that.
58K or 175K.
I remember being younger and coming up and like 70 a year. They was what in the 90s, 2000s, 70 a year.
That
What?
was like upper middle class.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
was like they had the good TV, the one with that started to rewind before everybody. Like I remember he was like, "Yo," he was like, "Yeah, he got the job over at the what's it called?" Like I'm like, "Yo, he's the bank manager." Like,
Mm.
hey, bank manager, he need a roommate nowadays.
San Francisco, Oakland,
Mm,
85K
yeah, and I believe all that.
up to the
I believe
256,
all that.
homie. Ooh, ooh.
And you know what's funny about that? Because I want to just go ahead and segue that with realizing that once I saw this, right, I actually thought in my head, I was like, wait a minute, it is kind of expensive, like
Mm-hmm,
to live
mm-hmm,
here and everything like that. And I was like, how much money do we make? Because I'm going through a situation right now where my landlord, we don't live in a rent controlled area.
mm.
So
Right.
I just got a notice the other day where the landlord said, "Oh, don't even worry about it. We're just gonna raise the rent in between $200 to $600 starting next month." I said, "In between what now? Wait, what?"
Wait.
Exactly right. Like, hi, how you doing? They didn't even start with that. They just led with, "Here you go. Here's a paper. Um, go on, look it over. Go on, sign some papers and stuff, and get back with me." I said, "Wait, what?" All right. Oh. So I was like, I opened it up like an idiot. I was like, all standing there looking dumb in the face. I'm like, what's this? Oh yeah, I read it. Yeah, they were talking about they want between two and six of them to come down there and show them how much income I made since I moved in, and if it's been more, which it has, they're gonna base it the raise the hike. And I was like, oh okay, so that's
Shady.
interesting. I was like, so if I made less, would it be cheaper? They're like, no, it'd just be two. I was like, oh, oh. So you're telling me if I made less money, you gonna still raise my situation to two? They're like, yeah. I said, okay. Um, I'm leaving. No shit. No, that's why you said life week. I was like, yeah, this happened yesterday. I was like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. I immediately went to another situation. Called the real. You know what I mean? We was like, yeah, but started already networking. You know what I mean? Like, nah, we out. Like, don't worry about it. So calling the movers again. We already got a relationship with them from last time. Like now I guess what? Yeah, don't worry about it. I was like,
Don't worry, we got a team.
yeah, exactly. Don't worry about it. But I thought the craziest part about that situation, right, lets me
Mm-hmm.
know what part of the middle class spectrum I am on, because it was insane to me to realize that the amount of money to move in general, some people don't have that option to be like, you know what? I happen to have the rent for this other place, the
Mm-hmm.
rent for the place I'm currently at because I have to pay that for that 30 day. And then I have to wait for to get my deposit back later. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I still have to pay this, pay those two rents, then pay the movers, then pay the bills over here for, you know what I mean? Then you still got to pay all, you know what I mean? All of that. Like a lot of people, that's a quick, like 10, 12,000 real quick. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? A lot of people don't have like that just to get out of a tricky situation real quick. Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people are like, you know what? Fuck it. I got to take this 400, like 400 hike and then try to figure, you know what I mean? Like
And
that's
then still work on building some kind of
exit
extra.
plan.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, so I just felt blessed because I was like, yo, like
Oh,
the, just, you know what I mean? That's a blessing just to be like, oh, you guys are doing this? Nah, we out.
100%.
Like I
Like,
thought that,
no, we can adjust. We're gonna move somewhere else.
yeah. And the pleasure part is the place we're moving to is going to be better. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny, like, because the price they try to give us, like, you know what I mean? The lower raise, the lower hike, we was like, we just rather spend that money on a better place. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? It's like, what? Two plus two was
We're gonna have
four.
to pay if we have to pay this,
Yeah. Like,
and we're
all right.
getting this.
Yeah. Okay. We understand. We understand that the price. I'm sorry. The prices of rent are rising around the area. We understand that. Just in California in general, we understand that. So it's like we might as well
Yeah,
get more bang for our buck. So,
exactly. So you
ah,
can't just raise a rent because I'm living here.
you feel
Like,
like
go
it.
move.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
like like
Exactly.
like go make another park in here. You need something. You need to do something if you're raising it up. Like
That's what I said. I was like, did they increase anything? Like, did they ball out anywhere with this money that they've been getting? No.
you
Like,
finally fix that gate. Like no. Like
actually, and the place has been getting worse. So I'm like, nah, y'all
that's
got
what I'm
it.
saying. See, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. And you know me, I don't like being, I mean, too
Oh
long in
yeah,
one
yeah.
place anyway. So it was cool while it lasted. But like I said though, going back to those numbers though, like I said, I realized what my place was because, like I said, I'm in that county, like the San Francisco area, like and that's real. I remember 70,000 a year. That was cool, but you need. Like I said, I didn't even think about it. Like, what I mean? Because I'm just, all we
Yeah,
do is work. Like, what I mean? So, like,
yeah.
I don't really think about money until tax time. Like, when I have to file, and tell them what I mean? When I'm filing, like, I'm like, oh yeah, I spent money on this. This is what I spent. Like, that's when I start looking at it. Like, and then I looked, I'm like 60,000 on rent. Like, yo, how much do I make? Like, what I mean? Like, what part am I on the scale? Like, what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on. Because a lot of people are spending 50, 60 on rent and walking, don't have a car, like, don't have, like,
Mm,
um, yeah, don't have a car, don't even have a active social life, can't do anything, barely don't have a proper diet, like, because the rent is so exorbitant. Like, so when I saw that scale right there, it's like, yeah, to be middle, like, be comfortable middle class, let's not get it twisted. Middle class is poor still. Don't get it twisted. I
oh
don't
yeah,
know
yeah,
why.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why
Middle
people talk about
class,
this middle class shit like it's something. Like it's
like it's top of the chain.
no middle. Let's be perfectly clear here. Middle class is two bad decisions away from homelessness.
It's
That's what
middle.
middle class is.
It's middle. Like,
Let's be real. Two bad decisions. Let's be real. One missed paycheck and you juggled a bad credit card. Homeless. Boom. Quick. Two bad decisions. Facts. Facts. Sorry. So when they
mhm.
try to sit there and try to say like the middle class, I've been seeing like middle class people try to like shit on homeless people or talk bad about like poor not poor, like just lower class. Now I don't even like saying lower class, like lower income, I guess. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it's like,
Mhm.
bro, like you me, myself personally, like two bad decisions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't show up for two pods. Like, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Lights might not be on. Like, I don't know. Like, but seriously, like that's why I don't really down talk anybody. I just keep trying to grind because like I don't know. I don't know about these celebrities that are Democrats. Like, you know what I mean? But I know me personally, it doesn't matter if I have $1 million, if I have $10 million, you know what I mean? I'm still gonna be the same person. So I'm trying to be for the people. And like I said, like I'm not gonna look down at anybody about this because like I said, like this is insane. Like middle class is not what it used to be. Middle class back in the day was like what you see on like the suburb TV shows.
Mm.
Like mom was the manager at Safeway, dad worked at the quarry. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was white picket fence, whole house, three kids. Like you could do all that. Like
The nuclear family.
yeah, facts. You had that in the 890s, 2000s, like with two incomes with 80,000, 100,000 a year combined. Like, you know what I'm
Combined.
saying? Combined. Facts. Now 100. What? Don't try to get an apartment and a car. What? And own your car too? Nah, not own a vehicle? Nah. Nah. Like what are
Right.
your thoughts though, fam? It's just crazy. I just like how they weaponize middle class sometimes. Like that's the only reason why I went on a tangent.
Oh no, no, for sure, for sure. I definitely agree with you that it's like it's a slippery slope when it comes to this term. I feel like the range has gotten so large that it's weird to like have it be a class because it's like some of these it's like San Antonio 47 to 141. So you're telling me a whole $100,000 is still in the same,
No, it is not.
you know what I mean? So that's where I'm just like, I don't like that it's like it's ballooned pretty much in a sense to this huge thing. So it's almost like, yeah, it's the haves or the have not now. Like
Yeah,
we're pretty much the have nots. But then now there's the other side of it. But it's just weird how this is stretched out. The numbers and then the ranges are just really crazy. So
I don't know why they called it
um,
middle class. That's crazy.
because there used, I guess there used to really be like a middle class, an upper class, and like lower class, and
No,
then
there
like
was.
homeless.
No, but I'm
You know
saying
what I mean? But like,
40,000 though. How are they saying that's middle class though? Like
oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. This whole thing economically, the numbers just are blown up way too big, way too large,
I feel like there was lying on the survey right there.
and that's where it's to me, it's them trying to show there's not the haves and have nots. Like there's a middle class, but it's like not. It's the haves and have nots. We're we might have a little, but that we're still on the have not side. If you're on the upper, like wherever you fit. Like you have a little, but it's have or have not.
Let me ask you a question. What would be your consideration of middle class in Las Vegas right now in your community?
What you mean?
What like number amount, dollar amount you would you consider?
Oh, cost. Um, it's like a single person living on their own.
Yeah.
Um, I would say you need to make 45, 50K.
Well, that's not bad.
I mean, that's on the lower. You're still in the middle class, but you're on the lower side. Like, but
Mm.
you know what I mean. But you could,
Like, got a roommate?
you most likely gonna have a roommate, or
Oh,
unless you just don't do trips, but you got a nice place. You know what I mean? Like you can
okay.
move it around
Right,
however
right,
you,
right, right.
you
Okay.
like, kind of thing. But
Okay.
because there's some really nice places. That's where
Mhm.
it's like I wouldn't go on trips if I live here. I'm
Right.
just go down the street
Big
and have
facts.
a nice house.
Hello.
so I think out here it's a little different, but the prices have shot up in terms of like rent and everything. So
Mm.
even the houses, so it's getting very bayish out here. So it's pretty crazy.
Mm.
I'm on the other side now. Actually have a house before it inflated, so I'm just like when people get priced out, you can see it and I understand it. But I wasn't fortunate enough to have the house in the Bay before that, right? So
Mm. Okay.
I'm on the other end of it now, which is interesting. But
Talk your
I would say,
ears.
I'd say 45 to 50 is like your minimum, man.
Mm.
Um, trying to be like comfortable on your own. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have a hell of a commute.
Yeah, I was just wondering because, like I said, I was like just recently surprised by the numbers of how much I'm spending on rent. So I was just noticing. I was like, wait a minute. So how much? And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not doing nowhere near better than anybody. But
Mhm.
I'm comfortable. Like, you know, what I mean, we're comfortable.
You're
Like,
good. You're
yeah,
good.
we're not. I mean, but it's still check to check. Don't get
Oh yeah,
twisted.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
get twisted. Don't get twisted. It's always check to check. Like, you feel
yeah. Always.
facts. But like, you know what I mean. But like I said, when I saw that staggering number, like 50 for rent, like that that just, you know what I mean. That just hit my heart a little. Like, because like I said, I know a lot of people that don't have 50 for rent. Like, I know, and unfortunately, I know a few people that chose to be homeless
Oh
to save money and live out their cars, and they've been doing it for 2 3 years working, and they just like, you know what, I just got used to it.
yeah.
Like and then some people bought a van. Like, so I see people are doing now. Like, the options are just crazy. It's like, are you really stacking that money? Like, is it really? Is it? I don't know. I don't. Sorry, I don't judge anybody's choices or anything like that. But I don't understand certain people have to make certain decisions depending on what their resources are in the moment. Like, you know. So when I hear 40, 50, like, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like that, because in this area of California where I'm at, like, no, like, it's like, nah,
Oh yeah.
40, like, so in the San Francisco area, 40 is not even going to get you a room in a house. Like,
Oh yeah. 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 It's different.
nah, you can't even, you have to sleep in your car. 40 won't even get you a car. Like,
Fam.
like
when my sister's when my brother-in-law was here,
mm,
he was looking because we're driving around. He's like looking at the new houses getting built and stuff, and he's like, "Yo, how much is that?" And I was like, "It's probably gonna be like 425.
mm.
Maybe on the nicer ones it'd be like 450, 475." Man, he
Wait,
was
you're
like,
talking about like million?
400K.
Wait, for the whole house?
Yeah, and he's like, that's like a garage in the Bay
I
Area.
know. I was talking my face right now. I was just like, wait, what? I said 400 million, right? He said 40 million? Like, 400K?
Yeah, this is brand new. And then you can pick the fixtures and what you want in it and
We're gonna talk off mic.
gas.
We're gonna talk off mic.
So, anyways, that just reminded me of that because yeah, when the price of inflation for y'all is it's crazy how like you don't blink at that like you just saw y'all like 400K. He's like not 400 million.
That's that's
Like,
that's rent for 4 years.
okay.
That's my rent for 4 years. That's I, Yeah, feel me.
It's crazy.
We gonna talk off mic. we gonna we gonna get some. Yeah, we gonna build.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's a matter of time, but y'all gonna be out here.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Every other reason makes sense, and
That man crazy. That yeah.
the boss, it makes complete sense because this is the land of
Yep.
what your boss
The Mecca.
does.
Yep. The Mecca for
This
the
is one
service.
of them.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. We gonna definitely talk off mic. That
It's
just kind
like
of
Brooklyn. This
that's
ain't the
floored me.
Bronx, but this is like Brooklyn. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Of that realm.
Yeah, man. That man floored me with that number right there. Yeah. Give me like two of them things.
They got built up all over the place. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. You can get one in this one, one on
Yeah.
this
Hold on.
side.
We gonna build. We gonna poly. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
moving along though.
So yeah, that's probably a good one for the middle class.
Hell yeah. Oh shit. So that just messed me up, man, because now no, because we're talking about over here SF tourism on the rise. I'm like, man.
Keep them.
All right. I'm gonna take my ass over the sphere, nigga.
Oh man.
You can keep the little Pier 39. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Shout out to Beto. Hey, don't play with it. No, don't sleep. No, but yeah, SF tourism is on the rise. My man Richter has actually found a new study and some new figures, which is dope because I have almost all but given up hope on my beautiful, once all but beautiful, illustrious city of San Francisco. But my man Richter found a diamond in the rough. We do got a little rise. Thank you. I appreciate it too, man. I appreciate you finding this too because, like I said,
Hey, it's a Libra. It's a Libra. I'm gonna get you
yeah,
that bad. I'm gonna get you
yeah.
some of that good. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. Like you said, not all about just destruction without, you know what I mean, construction as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, like I said, shout out SF because tourism is on the rise from 2023 to 2024. It's up 7%, which is beautiful. That's huge, actually. That's major, which is actually up another, I want to say 15% from COVID. So, you know what I mean? That's good. I like the local bit. I like how it affects the local business. My take is, like I said, I'm just going to get my take out the way about it real quick and then pass it off to my man, Rick. And my take is for local business, I think it is great. I love seeing like I said, people who are actually from the city, businesses who have been in the families for over tens of 15s to 20s to 50s of hundreds of years, decades. Like just
generations.
Yeah, exactly. Just being in this community always, you know what I mean? Just being here in the community, being of service. I like to see how they can still thrive and feed their families as well and still be that staple in the community that we're so used to having. There's a lot of them out there, so I just want to say shout out to all of them. So I don't want to skip. I don't want to skip any one of them personally. So I just want to say shout out to all of them, and I hope this is prosperous for you guys because I know you guys definitely rely on the tourism to actually support your business. So the fact that 7% is in there, big ups, and that's my take. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, quick one here. Just glad to see that it's on the rise. Being in Vegas, tourism is king here, so I always got to root for everybody else trying to at least have some kind of tourism or a reason to want to go there because some people make multiple trips here when they're from like Europe. They don't just come just to LA. They might go to LA in the Bay or wherever. So it was good to see the numbers are coming up, and it looks like people feel safe and want to be around and having a good experience and obviously probably leaving good reviews because people look at that when they're going to come or not come out. So yeah, just salute, big up to y'all, and let's keep that going so everybody can keep thriving. Y'all had a long slump, but I think it's time, and everybody can help by just kicking in. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question. Do you think the fact that maybe the cleaning up of the streets might actually help the tourism in California?
Oh, for sure.
Mm.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. No, I was just wondering because I mean I agree as well that it definitely will. I mean, who wants to see homelessness and rampant drug use on the streets when you're trying to go to like Six Flags or something like you know what I mean? Or like I mean, let's be real. Like one of the biggest blades I've seen is like right in front of Disneyland, like right by Disney. Like, so it's like it's crazy. No, I was asked because Gavin Newsom orders California agencies now like now it's okay to clean up homeless camps and things like that. Like, so I'm just trying to figure out what are we doing here? Like, so is it everything? First off, before I even say anything, I want your take on what you think when he just now when he, yeah, I just want your take.
It just it's all political play. I don't like it because to me he's also like dog whistling. Like, yo, y'all can make these new companies, and it's Reggie's homeless cleanup, and you can book him now to come and help clean up in Gardena or Antioch or wherever.
Mm,
Like you know what I mean? Like,
mm,
I don't, for me, that's where I start to just like I don't like this whole like,
mm.
yo, I have agencies, I have a whole play for this,
Yeah,
and people are gonna be getting paid, and that's tax dollars, and it's like,
and we have a tower that we just built that we could put him to after you.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the one we just built.
That's the one question I was gonna ask. Like, yo, what happened to that thing that y'all built?
Oh yeah, they got to
And the other
populate it.
one, y'all
They
said
got to
you got
populate.
another one coming,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
got to populate it.
like, can these agencies bring them over there?
Yeah, that's probably what. Yeah,
Like, is that what's gonna happen, or
that's
are they
gonna be
just
the.
moving them?
No, I think that's the tow yard,
Oh, word.
the camps.
The camps. Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan of it. Don't like it. Uh, the Gavinator's not somebody I root for. We've been over this, but I don't like this. I don't like that it's making like another industry that I don't think we should have and need. But yeah, that's kind of my take on it. I'm a step out the way, being a Nevadian,
Mm.
and
Mm.
let
Okay. Okay.
get the cover
Okay.
and let my man's get out here.
All right. All right. Well, me being a Californian, I do have some heavy-handed thoughts, strong
Heavy,
opinions.
heavy.
Yeah, definitely. First off, we're not watching your podcast, Gavin. Stop sending me the text message. I don't care if you put the black face on there with Marshawn Lynch. Salute Beast Mode. But no, we ain't doing it. I hate how they always try to put a black something on something real quick to try to lubricate the wheels of the bullshit that you're trying to do. That is not it's not it. Got Marshawn on there looking crazy too. Like, hey! Like, nah, don't do that.
That's
Like,
the
nah.
Democrat 101 move.
I know, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Marshawn because you know he got the bag for that too. So that's why I'm like, I know he got the bag. He ain't doing none of that for no kind of.
Bag, or you getting a pardon on one of them cases, one of them
Maybe
things.
that DUI he caught
Yeah,
last couple years ago. That
that's
point.
gonna go away.
Yeah, facts. Better. Expungement too. I need all that. Expungement. But yeah, man, I just want to say with this one right here though, we talked about this maybe not so eloquently as we are today, but I want to say maybe on episode 20, maybe back then or something like that, about how we predicted and saw all of this coming like a mile away. Because it's like once you start one law, it's just a prop domino effect to prop up another one, which is another one, which exacerbates another one, which calls for another one, which is didn't know we needed this one. Like, you know what I mean? So it's all falling pretty much how we said it back then. It's kind of interesting to watch it play out, and to watch how Gavin Newsom kind of grandstanded and pretty much said, "Hey, you guys don't have to vote for any of these. This is my last term. I'm termed out. I'm not doing nothing. Like, I'm leaving. I ain't tripping." Like, and it's like, all right, cool. Then shut what they call the fuck up. Then like you're done. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to start passing more shit. Like we done. Like we get to the ballots. Like you know what I mean? We're good. Don't try to spin some narratives on. But he's still doing all that, so that's fine. I just want to say for the Californians, I just want you guys to be aware of how we just spoke on how they are decreasing the middle class. They lied to your face and told you that what they say 100. No, was it 60? They said 60 in California is middle in our area is middle class, lower middle class, and you know for a fact if you make 60,000 a year here, you have a roommate and no active social life. So they're lying to your face about that. They're also lying to your face that being homeless is okay by how they did it at first by giving everybody all this money and free money and all this like that to be comfortable being homeless, so you wouldn't fight for your job or fight for your right to be a productive citizen. So shout out to the people who didn't fall for that, but unfortunately, those people who did fall for that, now this is the second part of it. Not even focused on the people who are the addicts, the junkies, the criminals, but we're talking about just the destitute Californians, which also brings it like you know what I mean. It's like when you get to the whole the whole bigger picture of what they have planned for the Californians. I just feel like people who live here who are in this state need to be more aware, open your eyes to see what the first law is and what would happen if that law does get passed. Like, because everything that they show us doesn't necessarily mean it's good on the surface. We have another topic I want to bring up that's going to correlate with this as well that happens in California, but we'll stay on this topic as well for now. Um, as far as Gavin Newsom being, I hope he doesn't do anything as far as going further up in, Congress. I hope he's just done. Like, I hope he's really just done. Like, I hope he doesn't. I hope it's just a podcast we can all just not watch, and then that's it. Like, that's cool. Like, but as far as the Californians, I just want to say though, be aware of the laws that they are passing, like the Prop 47, things like that. Like we said last pod, like I said, just be more aware and do some research because on the face of it, like I said, me being on the wrong side of the law before, like for so long, I get to see like how they're implementing things. Like you said, when you said they can implement Eddie's homeless cleanup, like that's a
Mm-hmm.
thing they can do quickly and with barely any permit. It's a loophole. Like, and that's a thing that not only is it a loophole, that is something that the those tower people, whatever, will hire purposely, like, and tell them, hey, drop them off here. Like, what I mean? Let's go ahead because they need to get that government funding because, you know what I mean? So it's like I said, you can see it a mile away. Just be aware. Just be aware. If you see somebody in a green van and shit with Eddies on it, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not it. Right? You know what I mean? That's,
That's
I don't
not
know.
it,
Yeah, that's technically kidnapping. Like, but under the guise of helping, I don't know what we're doing here.
right?
Like I
Taking
said,
them to some place
yeah, against their will. Do we
with
do we
all their stuff there,
do we
leaving them.
yeah, do we recognize that in history at all? Like, has that ever happened in history? I'm just saying, like,
Sounds familiar.
just a smidge. Just,
Like I feel like when I was 8, like third grade, some
mm,
like third grade members, maybe the history class from that,
oh man,
maybe.
read
Who
something about,
knows?
yeah, read something about Anne Frank or something like that.
Something like that.
I don't know. Anyway, well, yeah, I'm saying we are big fans of knowing that if you don't study your history, you're doomed to repeat it. So that's all I'm going to say about that topic. But moving on to another thing I want to say that correlates, which is interesting about how the wildfire that we're having in California is the biggest wildfire of the year. Oh, sorry, the biggest wildfire ever. Um, it has doubled in size. It has destroyed a lot of homes and buildings. And I just had an interesting take on this because it's a travesty, right? It's a travesty. It's not good
Fuck it.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
Um, I need to do some more research on this one specifically, but the only reason I'm very apprehensive about this topic per se is because when I was working for the Cal Fire company, they would do a thing called startup slow burns, where they purposely start fires just so we would, well, they would call them controlled burns. So because they said it never made sense to me. They said we have to burn stuff because it has to burn a certain amount. Like you know how a girl tells you like, oh, I have to cut my hair to make it grow fat longer. You're like, sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like, all right, cut it so it doesn't burn, or like I don't know, I guess. But anyway, but 9 times out of 10, though, like a lot of the big wildfires that I've seen and participated in actually extinguishing, we set.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
so this one right here, I thought was interesting. I'm like, yo, we are destroying a lot of things on purpose, but and then paying ourselves to fix the problem. So we're getting paid to start the problem, and then we're getting paid overtime because we got to work all night and everything like that, or 24, 48 hour shifts. So we get paid over triple time to solve the problem. Like, I just that was my spin on it. I just wanted to get your perspective on it because I didn't know if anybody even knew that's pretty much the process of how a lot of these wildfires are started. Like I want to say possibly a good 65%.
Yeah, most
Yeah,
I would say for sure, but not obviously all, but yeah, yeah,
yeah.
most. Yeah, and that's some of that is farming. For those of y'all that drive from the Bay to LA or vice versa,
Grapevine.
certain times of the year you can see them burning it to the brush. and that's how they kind of refertilize everything to do a new crop.
Mm.
It's a little faster and cheaper or something like that, but it's just one way. But with the winds, again, if y'all who drive the five know the winds, they can get crazy over there too. So it has a high chance of making things smooth. But first and foremost, just want to say, I hope everybody is safe and just positive energy
Facts.
and prayers and everything for all y'all out there. I think it's north of Chico.
Mm.
This one is popping. It said it's the seventh largest
Oh, okay.
one.
Seven.
Because I remember the one a few years ago was like really crazy. It was really, really crazy. And
Mm.
we were like, it was smoky over here. And I was like, yo, fam.
I know.
Y'all
So
cool?
even the one in Napa, I thought was bigger than this one. So.
Yeah, we only got like one smoke thing so far for
Mm.
this one. But the other one, man, it was like within the next day of the fire, we already had the smoke thing, and then
Wow.
we had it for weeks. I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
Anyway, but to go back to kind of what you were saying with how these things are started and all that, like one of them was a PG&E power line, right? Like the
Mm-hmm.
like really bad one. So it can vary, but there is a controlled environment that they need to have, but it's hard to control the elements, and we've always known that. I don't know how we haven't spent time really just on this kind of technology. Like
Right.
we don't need another iPhone or Galaxy,
Right.
but what if we use some brain power now over here on this? Like, let's think of ways we can set up a sprinkler system to make a fence that keeps it in a certain area as long as you need, and whatever. I don't know, like
I mean, they got that pink dust they drop off a plane that's supposed to like. So I think it's called a decompressant or decelerant or
yeah.
something like that. Like
But if it's windy and junk, you already,
exactly.
you know what I
No,
mean?
'cause I've been in that fire, man. Like when the wind just shift, you have seconds, and it's already like damn near half an acre in like an hour. Like you know what I mean? Quick, like quick.
Quick, fam. And
Like
then it's jumping to the next
yep,
already.
yep.
We're just trying to get this, but it's already like I'm gone.
Yeah, that's wild.
uh, yeah, it's really unfortunate. I wouldn't say the conspiracy theory in me is like, oh yeah, this was started by us. More just like what he's saying. Like this is often part of just how they deal with crops and things like that because of the state being so large and the vegetation. But
Mm.
I think for some reason California needs to really like invest in that whole like environmental department.
Right.
um, you're a state with a lot of trees. You're next to water, and you're always in a drought, and you always have fires.
Right. Where the
So
water
like
can't
what?
get to.
So like let's figure out like why aren't you like putting people in place to look at those problems and try to have those solutions to what you can. You know what I mean? Like so that's one thing I just always thought with California. I'm like, yo, fam, like it's always a drought, so you don't have water for these fires. You
Mm.
always got fires.
Right.
Like the earthquakes, we can't do nothing about. Like those are going to be what they are. You're next to a body of water, but you can't use it, or half the state's falling into it. Like you gotta figure you gotta figure all this out, man. You need to figure it out. Like so, yeah. It's weird. I just think there's a lot of California money being spent elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Where is the money going? Like, I just want to know, like, because we
It
defunding
always points back to
schools,
that.
like, where is it at? It's like we defunding all kind of stuff for the community, and we building all kind of other stuff. Like, where's that?
Right,
Like, I just want to know. Like, just point me in the direction. Like, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Because I ain't gonna lie, even like on some real shit. Like, even if you look at the police department, right? They ain't driving no 2024 like Ford Expeditions. Like they still driving the 2009s, like the 2000. Like no, it's like 2017, like 17, like 16, like
Yeah, most still got the old headlights without the
yeah,
like
yeah, exactly.
LED.
I'm like they ain't coming new. Like they ain't coming foreign. How we like to say in the hood. Like you know what I mean? Where is this money going? Like like, that's weird. Like, because if they ain't got nothing new, that means that's just really. So that means it's higher up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
The budget should be bigger.
yeah, right.
The
So,
piggy bank should be stuffed.
right. Well, that brings me up to that topic that you had right here, though. Is 200K annual salary really enough for every American? I loved this topic that you brought up because not only did I actually watch that episode, that watched that podcast. I want to say, but I actually had so many thoughts and ideas about that when they brought it up as well. So I thought that was dope when you brought it up. I was like, finally, he brought one up for real this time, and it wasn't me thinking it was him. It works
Oh
out.
my goodness.
Fifth wall shit.
Fifth wall shit. This shit was crazy. So yeah, I guess on the episode of Joe Rogan, he mentioned like if every American earned 200K from the government,
Mm,
which was the underlying thing, people would be happier.
mm,
And of course, then that could spiral into like, what are they going to do for this money? How are they going to collect it? But we're not going to get that far down the rabbit hole,
right,
at least off rip. Maybe another episode, maybe later. Who knows?
right. You're pretty much saying for the purposes of this conversation that the 200 do use pretty much that all your basic day to day life needs are taken care of with no need for having to work or anything, right?
Or even let's say you worked, but you got 200K. So
Okay.
I guess for me, it's almost like you could work at McDonald's,
Mm,
you make it 200K. You're
mm,
working at Firestone Tire,
mm,
200K. Like it,
mm.
you know what I mean? Just
Okay.
everybody's at this level
Okay.
because everyone has to do everything for society because we need to pay for everything still. You know, like so.
Okay.
Let's just say you just get this big amount,
Okay.
everybody. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Mm.
But like I was saying, what he was saying is more like you just get that,
Right.
and then now what are you gonna do, kind of thing,
Right.
right? And that's where I'm like, that's a whole different
Yeah.
angle too. So that's why I was
Right.
like, I don't know if we want to go down that one, but
I thought we were pretty much going to stay on that angle, like, because I mean, there's like a lot of rabbit holes you can go down with this one. It's like, okay, what are we going to do with the money? Like, what are we going to do with
100%,
like? So I thought we
100%.
were, well, me personally, when I saw the topic, I was thinking more as what would people do, as in their lives, not more like not with the money per se. I would say like what people would do with their lives and their time.
Day to day, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of a rabbit hole I was going down. Like, I don't know if you wanted to kick it off and tell me what your thoughts were. Like,
Um, I just feel like it just depends how sci-fi we are getting. We're
mm,
literally like humans can do. They don't have anything to do. Like everything's automated. Like we're talking like robots, right?
yeah, food print, all
Okay,
that shit, everything.
huh?
I said food printing and everything, all that.
Sure, sure. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like they can't have a nanny. They have to have a robot because
Mm,
humans aren't going to work,
right.
right? Like that's what I mean. Like if we're
Mm,
really going that sci-fi with it, where it's like,
okay. Hypo.
um,
No,
I f
let's
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm
yeah, kick
saying.
it
Like
off.
if
Let's
we're
go
going to
for
go
it.
that far with it,
Yeah, let's
then
go for it.
I think people are going to do whatever they want to do.
All right.
I think it's almost you can't answer it if it's really like that because they're going to get a certain amount of money from the government regardless.
Right.
So I don't have to go nowhere. So I could race cars, shoot paintball,
Mm,
whatever, right? Like I can just go. So this where it's like I don't think it's kind of just an impossible question to answer. It's like, well, everybody can do anything,
exactly.
but everything's automated. So you go to the car shop and you want to race your car. There's a robot there, like it's not people. Like so, I don't know. I don't. I don't. Of course, I feel like to answer the question, I think everyone would be happier. Yeah, for sure. If I didn't have to do nothing, and I just had to figure out how I want to spend my day,
Mm,
spend the money I have. I still budget and all that, right? But oh, okay, I'm gonna take my kid here. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna do this. Okay, tomorrow I'm just gonna do this by myself. Next day we're gonna go do this. Like it's unlimited, right?
depending. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess technically.
Right, but it's different if it's like you still have to work because now you have a chunk of time you still have to lose, right?
Mm,
I think that's what changes a lot of it for me. But
right.
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think it would be like?
Well, it's different if you didn't have to work and if you did have to work. Now,
Exactly.
I was thinking that if you didn't, I was more along the lines of I think on the pod they were talking about the citizens not having to work.
Okay.
So I actually wrote some notes on this one actually, because I was actually because like I said I thought about this already.
Let's
So
hear
it was interesting because I actually have a skewed perception of society. Because if you look at the homeless population right now, right, that's pretty
Mm.
much what they're doing right now. Like they're getting, they're, a lot of these people are getting paid more than people who are actually working. Like you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I know I've seen a lot of some of the homeless people right now. They're probably getting about 1,700 a month just in cash and food and things. I mean, a lot of people aren't getting that with jobs. So I'm not saying that's against them at all. I'm saying that to say this: like they pretty much have all their needs met, right? They could pretty much do whatever they want to, but
To
they,
some extent.
huh?
To some extent, they can't go to Italy. They can't
Well,
plan a
yeah,
trip.
well, yeah,
But you
but
know what I'm saying? Like,
well, yeah, yeah,
like, yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah,
that
yeah.
their needs are met. So, like, with their free time, could they be
Hmm.
writing a novel? They could be writing a novel. They could be actually starting a business. Like, they could be like with all the free stuff they're doing, they could be trying to figure something out. Like, but they choose to do drugs, or they choose to just sit there, or they choose to whatever they choose to do. Like, I'm just saying that to say this. I'm not even bashing them at all. Whatever they do, I'm just saying. Sorry, excuse me. I'm saying that to say this. Like that if you exacerbate the scale, that's pretty much the same thing if we talk about this situation. If human beings had 200,000 and free time just given to them by the government, like we'd still have people who choose to sit at home and get high all day and till they die or and drink
Hmm.
themselves to oblivion. Like, so it doesn't
Hmm.
change. Like, so I just want to say, yeah, I just want to say that part. Like, it's still going to be that right there. So my notes, though, I said, I think it would make people happier I'm sorry, for a short period of time. Now
Hmm.
it turns into will people be fulfilled? That's the difference. Because it says the human race can, we actually have the opportunity for the human race to progress faster. Because, like you asked me, like we had a conversation plenty of times about how much money do we need to stop working? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we know that the dollar amount isn't necessarily most of the end game with it. We know we want to have a finished product, what we leave also as well. And that's because we have that type of drive in us. So, and let's be real, like if we get the 10 or if whatever the number was, I would say like this project is done. Like, you know what I mean? I might want to go ahead and dibby dabby or something else because, that's just how we are, like, me and you by nature. So, like, now I think about how people like us, creatives, I want to say creatives, like, if they had every bill paid, like, and didn't have to worry about nothing, like, I think their days would be very different. Like, I think it'd be extremely different. Technology progressed extremely faster. I think you think breakdancing is crazy now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine where kids didn't have to go to school even? Like, it was like oh, we gotta keep school. Gotta keep school.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
In this future, we gotta keep school. Sorry, that chunk of time is still allocated. Sorry.
yeah, yeah. No, no,
Sorry.
no.
We're not downloading information into your head like the Matrix. Sorry, you still gotta go read something.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't care if it's in your
Grow up,
hand or
be
something, but
social,
yeah,
all that.
you gotta read. But you gotta read something. But yeah, though, like I would love to see a society like I have high hopes for a society like that. Like
Mm.
I would think that I mean, like I said, there's going to be a big chunk of people who don't want to do nothing, and hey, maybe we can go back to some sort of natural selection. Like, I don't know, like, because let's be real, people are going to just get high all day until they die. Like, that's what they choose to do. So, I don't know, but I know there's going to be somebody who's born who's going to be like, "Yo, I want to build, I don't know, fusion powered like spaceship."
Mm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be a kid, and he's going to have from 18 years old till 60. I don't know. By that time, I think we'll be living a little bit longer, by the way. If we have all the services, I mean, for us.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think, especially black people, hopefully we can get to at least 80. Yeah,
On the average,
you feel me? Let's get 80 for the blacks. Let's get, but yeah, but I mean, you would think that'd be dope if you really could set your mind to something from 18 to let's say 60. Like just
Mm.
just follow your passion and just not have anything to worry about. And you could still even have a family, raise a family, like meet somebody, have a family. Like now your income is dope because both y'all got two. Like you know what I'm saying. So now you're 400 in. Like so one, yeah, you can live in an apartment and go buy a house where you live at. That'd really be good. Like, but like you know what I'm saying. Like that sounds amazing. That's like as a creative, like you know what I mean. Like even as a
But you're the minority.
the creatives.
The creators are the minorities.
Hmm. How quick? I mean,
That's
how minority are we?
think about it. Think about how many people that you know that play guitar versus how many people that don't. How many people you know that do poetry. You know, you just stack these numbers. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, like as a creative person of any kind,
Mm,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I guess you're right.
or entrepreneur. If you're not an entrepreneur by nature, then you don't want to make a business and invest. And so that's what I mean. Like, we're in the minority,
Mm,
meaning there's less of us. So we'll probably do more with what we get as equal to the other people. But you have to just know we're different
mm,
and different. Like,
yeah.
we're more different because there's less of us, not
Mm,
because like there's a lot of us. I just found one of y'all random ones. Like, no,
mm.
it's the other way around. Like,
Oh, sure. I
I'm
didn't think
that
about it that
little
way.
I'm that little special mushroom in Zelda that you found in the corner that gives you fire now, or whatever. Like,
Nice.
that's us.
That's Mario, by the way, but that's cool.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's one of them. That's us. So we just sprinkle out throughout, kind of thing. So,
Mm. Yeah, I didn't think about
yeah,
that. That's crazy. I just remember in my head. That's crazy. In my head, I'm thinking like everybody would want to be able to have like free time to pursue their passions and dreams.
that's why for me, I think it works best if everyone still just has a job,
Mm.
but you get your benefits, you got to kick your ass at it, but boom, like no matter what, you're good. Like one
Yeah,
of
I'm on
them
the side.
shit.
Yeah, I'm on the other side of that. I want the 200 with the free time.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying because I feel also that's something that us as human beings also need, right? It's fulfillment or purpose,
Mm,
right?
sure.
But and if we lose that, then that's a whole different thing. Now we've
That's true.
also changed and evolved in a different way, right?
Right.
So
Or maybe devolved. Mm.
exactly. So for me, that's where I kind of like hold on to that. Like, I think we should still have a job or something that we should take pride in.
Mm.
Let's say everyone was a millionaire, but we need someone to be there to take care of the tires for Betty Ann and Joe because we need that, right? Like, this is to help each other out and just get your shit done. Like,
Mm.
you ain't gonna be more mad at that job now that you're
Yeah.
taken care of. You're gonna actually be cool and happy, right? You got your coffee, you got your crazy espresso machine at home because you're making loot.
I mean, some people actually like working like working on
That's what I'm
cars.
saying. Or,
Like
yeah,
yeah, like
exactly,
my wife's
exactly.
dad. My wife's dad. Like his favorite thing to do. He's an engineer. His favorite thing
See,
to do when he comes home from work is work on cars. I'm like, bro, that's what. Weren't you just working on an engine?
right?
He was like, no,
Say, I gotta work
I
on
like,
mine.
yeah, he's like, I like this. This is therapeutic. I'm like those people. Like, let them go be for 200,000 a year. Let them go be mechanics. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, at Jiffy Lube,
yeah,
wherever,
yeah,
like
let them
ever.
do that. Like, because like I said, there's people out there that like the dancers. Like, you know what I mean? It's in their blood. They woke up like, yo, at 7 years old, like they was like, yo, I'm gonna break dance. I'm gonna dance. So like it evolved. Even when 30 hit, they're like, oh no, it evolved into choreography dance. I'm doing this. Like dancing is it's like in their blood. Yeah, pay that man 200 because now he's done dancing. Now he's teaching dancing. Like you know what I mean? Like the dancing is in his blood. Like give that man 200. Like you know what I'm
And
saying?
he never has to carry that bad energy of like, I don't
Mm,
have enough money or
right,
I'm struggling or I'm not focused. He can just
right,
work on the art and being a good teacher and having the
right,
next group and stuff. So yeah, there's
right.
definitely a ripple effect with that
Facts.
for sure, man.
Listen, I agree with that. With your position on jobs, if it's the people who want that position.
Yeah, yeah. You should,
Yeah.
some people should be like, yo, I'm bored. I'll work part time at Walmart. Cool. Like, just checking receipts. Cool. Like,
I
you're
mean, they're
still
doing
getting the
that
same
already.
amount of
Sounds
loot.
like they're
But
doing
you
that
know what I'm
already.
saying? But I'm saying to just be like, yo, eventually people are gonna get bored, and then the ultimate fulfillment of like purpose and community, right? Like, that's eventually gonna just have to take over. Where it's like, yo, like, I need to help. Like, they said, um, Joanna was at the freaking grocery store because there's just one person that wants to work. Like, she's at the store for 4 hours. Like, this ain't cool. Like, I ain't got nothing to do. I got my money. I'll come down.
Right.
I'll put some shit on the shelf for y'all. Like, you know, like
That might inspire community. You're
that's
right.
what I'm saying. Yeah,
It might
exactly. Like,
definitely. That
it's
just
gonna
might.
have to be something like that. But yeah, man,
Wow, that'd
like
be awesome. I could see
I
that.
wouldn't have no stressful computer job if I can make the same amount going to Whole Foods and just working over there,
Right.
juggling fruit and putting it away.
But I thought they said that. But I thought they said in this on the pod that they were gonna have like pretty much the robots, pretty much all of the stalker.
Yeah, yeah. If we're
So
doing it with the pod, say yeah,
yeah, so
yeah.
we don't really need like that. You know, what I mean, we don't really
So I'm
need to go.
saying,
But
so if you're
that would
taking
be
all that,
cool. Yeah,
if you're taking all that away, now it's just like what you want to do with your time, kind of thing.
exactly.
Yeah, and
That's
then
where I was at with it. That's why I saw.
so
That's why I said it'd
people
be
are gonna
dope
do
for
whatever they
creators.
want to do.
Yeah,
They're gonna take drugs. They're gonna go to the movies. They're gonna do whatever they want to do. Like,
we
but
probably.
again, the minorities of
Mm,
the go getters, the self starters,
mm.
the creatives, those are gonna be few and far between.
You wouldn't think we'd have more actors and more I don't know, painters, more scientists if you just had free time to study whatever your passion was and all your bills paid.
But there's just infinite though, an infinite amount of TV shows that they want you to watch because everyone's gonna have all their robots filming it, right, making all their TV shows.
Oh,
So
that'd be awesome. I just thought about that.
super dope, right?
I'm like, that's
But
awesome.
how?
Put my pod.
But now everybody has one, so how are you gonna have them watch yours? Like now we're back to the same thing. We
It's
just
kind of
have
how it is now.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Just scaled out,
I'm not
just
mad.
scaled out. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That sounds kind of dope, actually. That'd be cool if I had like a actual robot sitting here right here, like just moving, like the camera. Like, hold on, we'll go get the angles, and then I just give him the situation. He hands it back like 20 minutes later, like and it's already edited and everything. That'd be nice.
Yeah, man.
That'd be
Maybe like
nice.
20 years from now.
And, yeah, and be honest. Oh shoot, we're gonna be still doing this probably. Okay. Nah, that was funny though because if the pod space is gonna be interesting.
That's where it's already
No,
at.
but no, because I was thinking like if the like okay, you had 200,000, and some people are just like, yo, I don't want to do nothing. Like you said, I just would maybe not even like, or maybe I just want to get high all day and watch TV.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a community of potters that watch podcasts. Like I mean, it's gonna like there's always gonna be an audience.
Yeah,
But it's funny though.
but I'm just saying that still just opens up everything because now it's like you got 20 more people who can instantly be a Tarantino,
Facts.
right? They have all that shit now available: green
That's right.
screen, super cameras, AI, robots. So it's cool, but how am I going to watch your Tarantino, or this Tarantino, or now I got there's just
There'll be
tons of them.
tweaks. There'll be tweaks.
No, there'll be tons of people doing their own takes on
Right.
everything, right? And so now it's just like, okay, if I look up, if I look up Die Hard, there's gonna be like 4,000 different Die Hards now because everyone wants to
Nice.
do their own flip.
Multiverse TV.
So now, which one do I want to watch?
Now we have
I don't
multiverse
know.
TV. That's right.
I guess we'll pick number 2047.
Nice. Like Rick and
Boom.
Morty.
Well, it's like, yo, this is
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I ain't gonna lie, that sounds very interesting. But you said something off mic about something that I'm not going to bring up. But I just noticed though, you be hitting.
yeah, that thing. I'm not talking about that today,
I know.
but
But we're not
yeah,
gonna talk about that ever on here. But you be hitting. I'm watching. You be hitting. Right. So speaking of that, though, I definitely want to move into TV topics, man. TVs and movies,
oh,
man, because I felt like that was like Winnie the Pooh. Oh no,
bars,
that's over down. Oh,
bars.
I did a weird little, weird little laugh. But yeah, man, hold on. You know I had to go back and catch that boys, man. Riskel and T-Bird back, man. Yeah, hold on now. Hold on. Don't sleep. Do not sleep. Hold on. We is back like I left my keys. Hold on.
Mm.
Now hold on.
First ep.
Yes, sir. The Boys season 4 finale. Let's go.
You finished?
Yes, I did. Let's
You
go.
stayed awake? Did
Yes,
you
I
get
did.
that last scene at the end
You
of the
know I
credits?
stayed and waited. You know what I'm saying?
Making sure, just making sure.
Yeah, because you told me. You told me. You told me.
Temp check.
Yeah, you told me.
Hey, you might have dozed off again.
No. Stayed awake. No dose. Even with some Tylenol. Make sure I have some Tylenol. Stay awake.
Remember that? Remember that news? Remember we? Oh my god, man!
Come on now.
How are we alive?
Ain't nothing federally tested, nigga. Fuck the FDA back then. They was pushing that shit through. Oxycontin? What you mean? That's for headaches. That's for
Right?
headaches.
Make it yellow.
Oh, the Adderall? No, that's because you don't have to sit down for more than 15 minutes. Like you don't have to sit
Oh
down.
my god,
You're like,
that
what?
joke's crazy.
Hey, shout out the 80s babies, man. I gotta think about fans. That was great. Okay. Shout out the 80s babies, man. If you survive, man, you know what I'm saying? We salute you.
You a real one.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, The Boys season 4, man, finale. Okay. We went through a lot of bull-ish to get to the season 5. And did they say season 5 is coming out in 2026?
I don't know if they even had a date, but yeah, I don't know because they're doing a whole another spinoff show,
Well, the Gen V or another one?
another one,
They're gonna have.
Thought Rising. It's like the before. It's like the prequel show
Oh,
with
Ashley.
what's his homeboys? We just saw him at
What?
the end. Soldier Boy,
Yeah.
Soldier Boy, and then Storm, whatever the Storm chick, the Lightning, the Nazi chick.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh
We're,
yeah, yeah.
we're gonna talk
Oh
about
okay. Oh
we're
okay.
gonna talk about that whole period, like the
Oh okay.
Nazi
Oh
soldier,
okay. Well, Soldier Boy was tripping and just Soldier Boy was tripping.
that whole shit, and
Okay.
then Noir and all them. Yeah, yeah, from back then.
So my question is, they made Homelander out wait to try to stop Soldier Boy?
Yes,
Okay, and then they ended up just stopping Soldier Boy without Homelander?
yes,
Right. And then Homelander grew up and became pretty much as evil as Soldier Boy, or worse, probably in his own way.
in his own way,
Yeah,
but yeah,
right.
pretty much. Because Soldier Boy is more like the military,
Yeah,
outgoing, kill everybody.
right.
But he was more just like
Narcissistic.
narcissistic
Yeah,
commercial TV
right.
promo
Okay.
type version of that. So
And that's his son, so I mean, part of his DNA. So yeah, this is a crazy ass DNA lineage, brother. Like, and
like
then they got what's the kid's name? Um,
I keep wanting to say Will, but it's not Will. It's Ryan.
yeah, it is Ryan. Um,
Ryan.
Ryan acting too much like Homelander every time he gets upset. So I don't. Yeah, honestly, my biggest thing is we didn't need this season. Like
We
we,
just needed this at last episode.
yeah, they could have did that in like that part. They could have smiled.
Maybe the last two if you
Bro,
really
no,
wanted.
actually, okay, cool, that'll work. Because I was thinking, you know
Mhm.
how they do that little intro on the last episode from everything you missed, like you know what I mean, and then the
Yeah,
season, they could have did that, and then the season finale, I'd have been fine.
it would
Facts,
have been cool.
because they got me with everything. They got me right there too. Like, on that little intro, I was like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, where they that little recap.
what,
I was like,
yeah, okay, yeah, that's it.
oh yeah,
Okay,
that's all I needed.
yeah,
I
hello,
didn't need to see nothing
nothing
else.
else, not a damn thing,
All the freaking
not,
long drawn out Republican firearms convention. Like I didn't need to see all that.
none
It
of that.
was a long time.
Mm.
It was a lot of time.
Yeah, I just want to say shout out for Frenchie and Kamiko.
Hey,
Long time waited. That's the only reason I even liked the season finale, but because I was even juiced, I was like, all right, finally, fam. Because they had my dude over here on the wayside doing some weird ish, and they had her doing some weird. I'm like, yo, like, what are we doing? Like, we know what it is. Like, we know what this is. This man spoke a whole language. He learned a whole like a fake sign language for you. Like, you
fake
better,
sign
yeah,
language.
you feel me? You better hurry up and give him some. Like, quit playing. Like, all right.
You can't die anyways. You might as well give it up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Snap that thing back. You know what I mean? That thing gonna snap all the way back. Don't worry about it.
To death.
Oh, but no, like it was crazy though. I like that. I like how Reacher let him Reacher Butcher.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, Butcher.
Yeah, butcher.
Butcher let what's his name take over. I like that dude. I like that dude. That's my man. Dude from Walking Dead. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Jeffrey D. Morgan.
Jeffrey D. Morgan. Okay, I'll definitely remember that. All right, JDM.
or as some people call him, Negan. He's
Oh
just
yeah, just
forever
Negan.
Negan.
He's forever Negan. Yeah, that's one of those things you just can't shake because he get
He
that
could be
Negan face.
forever Negan for
Yeah,
sure. For sure.
definitely. But
Jeffrey D.
yeah,
Morgan.
my question is, how come? Can we go with some spoiler alerts?
Oh yeah, spoiler.
Yeah, because I just got a question. When Homelander seen the top op, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the, you feel me?
I mean, if we spoiling it, might as well say it.
Okay, well, if he sees Soldier Boy at the end of the shit, all crystallization and shit, like you know what I mean? Why didn't he
Mm.
just immediately try to kill him?
Well, technically, he should be full of emotion because he's been dealing with a son that doesn't listen, and he's gone through a lot emotionally. So then now to see his parent is here and he can still maybe have this relationship or say I understand, or there's a lot that he's really dealing with inside, but it's hard to pick that up unless you really just think like, wait, if this is all you're gonna give me, let me like really like dive into it. Because he could have raged, they could have done a bunch of different takes, right? But for them to pick this one, it's like, well, if you're leaving me with this, let me like dive in. And
Right.
like
Okay.
at the core of it, that's kind of it. We almost never see him cry or be like that, right? Like we see him get frustrated and
Yeah.
shit and all that up, but he's never like this. So for me, it was like, okay, the Ryan shit, the headaches from Ryan, being a dad now, to be like, yo, grandpa's actually here. Like maybe he won't want to kill me or who knows, right? Like, and that's the whole like, we'll see what happens kind of thing with them. But I think they just went a weird way about trying to portray it. But for me, I got that message, but it wasn't the most obvious. I was like,
Right.
wait, that's it? Not even gonna break the glass?
Right.
Like angry? Just give me just,
Nothing.
you know what I mean? And then so
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, and then I cheated. I went and watched a little interview with Anthony Starr. Shout out to you, dude. You play amazing Homelander. And he was talking about that. That was what they decided, like to show that this is so dramatic for him that he cried. He like wept. You know what I mean? Like he is that distraught
Yeah.
that they wanted to show this was a whole different kind of weapon. We never
Mm.
seen him. We've never seen him get
Hurt
hurt
like
like
that.
this
That's
that quick, right? And I was just like, oh, there's the cheat code. But I had to watch like an interview. I kind of geeked out and went and saw it. But I
okay.
was just like,
Yeah, that's
I was
that's
one. I
that's
was
David.
just
That's a bar for sure.
yeah. So that's why I was like, for me, it was like, okay, I was onto that path. But then once I saw that interview, I was like, oh, I really get it now. But I was kind of already leaning at like, is it really like a lot of emotion that you're dealing with being a dad? His son hating him.
Yeah.
so I was like, is that it? But we didn't get no weak points of this until now, right?
Right.
And then yeah, sure enough, interview solidified that.
That was hidden.
So shout out to y'all. That was dope.
Yeah, that was super hidden. Hey, that you smoked that because I totally took it somewhere different with that ending. Okay, cool. I'm glad you let me know. You put me on and put our fans on too. I appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, man, that was dope. That was deep. That was some good writing.
Oh yeah,
I'd be looking at the writing and I'm just
yeah.
like, that's it, fam? Really? You're gonna leave us with this going forward? But then
Right.
I was like, well, it's a lot of questions we want answered now. Are they gonna get along? Is he gonna embrace him?
Is he gonna leave him there?
Is Soldier Boy gonna help raise Ryan?
Or is he gonna leave him there?
Is he gonna just leave him?
I mean,
Is Ryan gonna release him?
yeah.
Here we go. But it's cool. It's cool.
So does Soldier Boy not age really, or they just always keep cryogenically freezing him? Is that what's going on? Because
I think he just keeps getting frozen.
that's a cold little cheat code. Pun intended.
Yeah. Yeah, because Mother's Milk's the only one I know of that doesn't like age. Or age. He ages like ridiculously slow or whatever.
Because he's black.
Because he drank his mother's
He
milk.
got that super cell.
Yeah, he's like literally like 200 years old.
Really?
But they don't go with that in the storyline here. But in the comic book, like when they're going through all this, he's already 200 years old.
I'm going to have to read this comic, fam. Like now that the season's over, I got a year and a half to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we got some time.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Facts.
It's cool because the parallels, there's some that line up and there's some where it's like, oh, I get why you changed it because creatively you get to have a whole new take and a whole fresh angle with it. So it's cool.
I ain't gonna lie too, because you know I'm really strict when it comes to comic books versus, you know what I mean. So
yeah.
I'm finna read that thing and then come back with a stern synopsis of parallels. Like, yo, hold on, this is why the boys actually is not the truth.
Just to know you're reading the Bible and then
exactly, and then
people are gonna change it, manipulate it in different ways. Like it's all good.
Facts. What was her name? The one running for president, the vice president. What was her name?
Victoria?
Yeah.
Newman?
Yeah, they did Victoria so greasy at the end. Like, they just did how, okay. I mean, that's how you got, that's how Butcher had to, you know what I mean, make his presence felt, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only way it would work. Only way.
That was coming.
Yeah. So that was dope. I'm trying to
That
figure
was
out what is this whole power thing that he has. What are these arms thingies? What is this?
the tendrils.
Yeah, what is that? He's
That's
just
kind of
just a kraken now. Like he's just a
yeah,
kraken.
yeah. Basically,
Okay. Uh-huh.
basically. In that whole world of that, that's one of the crazier powers is that whole Kraken, like Umbrella Academy, Ben,
Mm.
same thing, man.
That's coming back too. Oh, I can't wait. That's coming back. October?
No, next month, August, I think.
Oh, okay. Even better.
Yeah,
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 I can't wait for that. That's my shit.
yeah, yeah, me too. But yeah, for some reason, in a lot of comics, that power is kind of like a high level power.
Mm.
Come from Marvel, whereas lasers, kinetic blasters, we didn't deal much with tendrils. So,
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
um, Doctor Ock maybe kind of close, but
Mm.
it's still different. But
Yes.
yeah, he's got that power.
I was gonna say this is such a side note. Did you hear about Robert Downey Jr. coming back for as Doctor Doom? Thoughts?
Some people predicted it. There is a storyline where Stark's kind of Victor Von Rooms.
Wait, so is this like going to be like a different reality of the Marvel universe?
Well, that's the problem. Like, see, we grew up with one path,
Right. Exactly.
but since then, there's been mad different reversion, repathways. Like, it's gone the same, and then here it changed, and it's gone the same, and then it's here it's changed. So, for someone who read the comic, to them, they're going off the source material, but for us, it's not. You get what I mean?
Right. Or else we're like,
There's
what
a
the hell? No, there was Victor Von Doom. That was never Tony Stark. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Right.
there was another instance where that has happened, where they wrote that whole timeline to happen that way.
Where Tony Stark
Where
turned into
he's
Doctor Doom?
yeah, and then saves the Avengers. He like teams up with the Avengers, or like there's a whole
Hmm.
separate thing. So
Oh, okay.
I think what they're doing with the movies now is, since they have like 25 Punishers, you have 25 Doctor Strange, right?
Right.
Different timelines
Right.
and scenarios. Now you can pick and choose, just like, oh well, there's one with him and Moon Knight. We already got Moon Knight. Okay, now we can
Or use that Doctor Doom storyline with I'm sorry,
with
Doctor
what we're
Strange
going
storyline
with
with
now.
yeah, with Moon Knight. Okay, bet.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that's what it feels
Mm.
like they're doing more
Okay.
now, where you might get this X-Men, but then this X Factor. You're not gonna get the one that actually was at the same time with it. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like so.
Okay, that's
Um,
extremely confusing. So, okay.
so don't get married to
Yeah.
a timeline.
Okay, cool.
Just take the cinematic one,
Mm.
what they give you.
Okay. Yeah.
If for some reason Blade is now an Avenger, Blade's now an Avenger. like you know what I mean?
Come on, man. First off, we already know Blade is going to be the Invisible Man if he joins the Avengers. Speaking of eighth man on the bench, 11th man. What is he?
Right,
Yeah.
15th,
Yeah.
last one. But
Never.
yeah,
They
yeah.
never.
So just wanted to say that, like,
Okay.
that's how you should kind of approach the movie ones. Don't
Okay.
approach them as the Bible. Like I was saying with the boys, like they're
Right.
not gonna go strictly off the Bible. They're gonna kind of remix the First Testament and the Old Testament.
Yeah, you know what? You know what's crazy though? Because I read the Watchmen comic book, right? That movie was damn near spot the fuck on. Like,
Oh, the Zack Snyder one. Yeah,
yeah, that was fucking damn near the same. Like, yo, they got to put some respect on that Watchmen. Like, because I actually, because I liked the movie, so I went back and read the comic. I was like, yo,
hmm
this the same shit. Like, this is it. Like, I thought that was fire. They need
But
to,
then you got the Watchmen show with
which
Regina.
was I'm gonna put some respect on her name because we love Regina. Um, Not my cup of tea, but
But to me, that was dope because they took the whole universe and remixed
everything.
the
Yeah.
storyline. Like, and that's where I'm like, that's how you keep things fresh. That's how there's so many Batmans. You know, like you have to just
Mm,
revamp it to where he has no Alfred now.
mm,
Oh, what's that like? He's different. Like like you just got
mm,
to keep changing up the same
mm.
story. You can't just keep telling the same Batman, right?
That's true. That's true.
So that's kind of like what's happening with Marvel in different ways, and then um, yeah, we'll talk more about some Marvel shit later, I'm sure.
Definitely. Oh yeah, for sure. Especially after today.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Oh yeah. The Deadpool. I did not go to the party because
Mm.
I ain't gonna lie. My Inner Snob came out. Um,
Mm,
I was late on booking the yeah, super. I was super late on booking the wraparound screen, big theater. I go, yeah,
mm,
and so they had the only seats available were not where I like to sit. I need my certain seat. I have a certain seat.
mm.
It's the whole aisle. It's just
The
me.
T-Bird, the
Yeah,
T-Bird
yeah,
spot.
yeah. The T-bird. Yeah, hello. Yeah, it's the yeah. You know what I mean? The T-bird
Yeah,
spot.
put some respect on that.
Yeah, on God, put some respect on me because like I need my full synop. You know me, man. I need my full research eye. I need everything. All my senses on 10. Like
Yeah,
so anyway,
yeah.
I didn't get the book.
Big swivels.
What? Especially with this screen, I need to what? I need to bring a little neck thing from a situation. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be pop.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But we got some Tylenol with me. It's cool. But I was gonna say yeah. So I couldn't get to see it, but I heard the reviews. Said number one grossing R-rated movie.
Mm-hmm,
205 million already.
mm-hmm,
Damn, I'm
mm-hmm.
like, yo, this is gonna be hitting. I can't wait to go. I'm actually leaving as soon as this pod is over.
Oh,
Our tickets are actually at 4 o'clock.
okay,
I'm sorry,
okay.
3:30. I'm sorry, 3:30. I'm sorry, but yes, so you know what I mean. I can't
Mm.
wait. You know what I mean. I can't wait. I'm finna put on my finest loungewear because
Hey,
I'm finna be in that Barker. You know what I mean? Big
right.
Barker. You know what I mean? That Bob Barker.
Propped up.
Yeah, that big Bob Barker. Like you know what I mean?
Big lean.
Oh hello, the legal kind. Hello.
Hmm.
But yeah, I also watched. I finished that Outer Range show. Have you seen that?
No, you mentioned it that you were like starting it and you were like, yo, it's sci-fi, it's cool.
Yeah,
Josh Brolin's our man's,
yeah,
and then we haven't heard much. So you got an update? You
yeah. Actually, I
finished?
finished first season 1 and 2. Actually,
Hey,
um,
it didn't get renewed.
I know. And well, the first thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna start with the end. The last line from the character. Have you seen the show?
No, but
Oh,
I just like where you're going with this. That's why I'm laughing.
oh, wow. Where am I going with it? Where am I
I
going with
don't
it?
know. It's just
Oh,
you're talking about the last
the
line. I'm like,
last
okay, here we
line.
go.
The
Here
last
we
line.
go.
After all the tumultuous, all the trials and tribulations, everything that happened in this show. The
Let's hear
last
it.
line is the last line. The dude says, "You can't get away with this. What's going on?" And she says, "This is only getting started."
Cliffhanger.
Well, no, it's not. It's not getting started at all. No, no,
You
you
never
got it
got
all.
started.
No, you got it all. You got it.
You got 'em.
You got it all. Don't worry about it.
Budget's out.
Yeah.
We done.
You know what's crazy? Josh Brolin actually directed a lot of episodes on the show,
Oh, word. Hell yeah.
right? And it was fine. I liked this show. I
Hey.
don't know why it didn't get renewed. I give this show two blunts, blunt and a half, blunt and a half,
Okay.
blunt and a half.
One and a half.
I was gonna give it two until I realized there was one part in there that just annoyed the shit out of me. And if you guys seen the show, I'm going you know it's that one of the characters he likes to sing. He's a cowboy dude and he be singing. It's extremely annoying because he's singing Whitney Houston. He's singing. They always randomly cut to him in his room staring in a mirror with his shirt off, just singing. Like it's weird,
Mm.
fam. It's just extremely weird. And I don't know if it's weird because he's actually kind of good, or it's weird because he sings like country style at the same time. It's weird, fam.
Mm. Okay.
He's always
Okay.
it's weird. He's always singing. He got shot in his neck. I was like, yo, okay, cool. They heard me. They heard the audience. They heard the audience. You know what I'm saying? They was like, yeah, they get rid of the singing ish. They get that out. Yeah, they take that out. Facts. 3 episodes later, he's in the hospital bed, laying there. He's like, I'm like, oh, I'm like, they didn't take the voice, fam. They didn't take the.
Right.
That was a 762. I was like,
Oh
damn.
man.
But all right, but you know what I mean. But
So
besides that,
one and a half. You recommend me going through it or
yeah,
not?
yeah, for sure. Because like I said, the very first 5 minutes got me. I was like, yo, I can't believe this is it. And then it just kept going crazier and crazier. I do have a question about time travel because we're very much big experts on time travel. You know, since we do it
Right.
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, for sure. Matter of fact, I'm not even here right now. Like, but no, like so back in the day when we used to watch time travel movies, right? Like
Hmm.
Back in the Future type shit, like Back to the Future type shit. They used to always say like, if you go back in time and then see yourself, it'll have bad effects, right? Then they
Hmm.
stopped saying that, right? Now they're like, just stay a certain distance away or some shit. Now they're like, yo, if you go back in time and kill yourself, you'll cease to exist, a la Looper type shit.
Hmm. Hmm.
Remember
Okay.
that? Okay,
Okay.
cool. Now, now they're going to like say, now they're saying if you go back in the time and kill yourself, what you did is created a different reality, and you're
Mm.
still there, a la Loki.
Okay. Okay.
So my question is,
Very branch effect. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
which is it? Like what? Like I'm confused as hell because sometimes motherfuckers be going back and killing themselves and they still live. It's like, I'm just gonna kill myself and then live their life, and I'm like, how do you kill past you and then live and take their place? That's like how do you,
Wait. Wait. What?
no, I was just wondering, like, sorry, it's a spoiler alert, but somebody's trying to kill the past version of themselves to take over their life.
Okay.
I'm like, how do you kill the past version of yourself to take over their life? Make that math for me, please.
Well, in theory, if you're going with the whole idea that multiple can live at the same time and somehow he's on that same planet, again, this is already a lot of somehows,
Right.
and they can get to that same planet and interact with that person and kill that person and then live in that person's timeline. Like, why not? Like, you're already kind of letting a lot of things slide. And I think that's the beauty of sci-fi. That's, to me, part of what they're doing, what they have to do. I think it just there's an art to hiding that or covering that basis in different ways, right?
Mm, I agree.
But I think we can't rule anything out because we don't know.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm like they should be able to do it one way where you go back and you can kill yourself and you go back if you see yourself you evaporate. Like let me get all of them because we don't know.
I agree.
Until we figure that out, then maybe we'll have those facts. It's very reminiscent of like that whole Interstellar with the black hole.
That's all that.
They made that way before we seen that actual black hole with that new scope. But they made all that based off math and some latest information. So
Mm,
so that to me again is just showing like if everything's right and the math is right, like movies will catch up or correct itself, right?
mm,
So now all the black holes are going to look like that because we know that's what they look like now, right?
facts.
We don't know about time travel at all. So we can leave it open. Like, you can not see yourself, you can't see yourself, you can kill yourself, you shouldn't even look at yourself. Like it's all fair game because it's sci-fi and it's not proven yet.
All
And
right.
I'm going to say yet because
Yes,
I have a
facts.
feeling
I get the feeling something's coming.
oh, yeah,
Because
something's
art,
going to
the
happen.
art always imitates life, man, and we've been really heavy on this for a minute, like, and everything we've been always talking about, like even Skynet is even on the horizon, like, so I wouldn't be upset. I mean, hey, it's gonna be started small bursts like they did the internet. Like, yeah, you can go back 20 minutes, like you know what I mean, for $1 million. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Someone just got in that crazy accident. You got
Mm,
20 minutes. You can actually go back and change it. You have a window of time
mm,
where you can. Cool. Like, but
mm.
that's what's dope about the sci-fi. We can always manipulate that in different ways. You just, as someone who watches sci-fi, just come into it knowing like, okay, erase the rules. Obviously, keep gravity. Keep a few
Right,
basic things,
staples,
but
some staples.
a couple things. But then from there, just kind of leave it open and just see where they're taking you. Because
Mm,
like I said, man, Interstellar was before we knew it, and that was based off them doing their own research and
mm.
being one step ahead and doing the calculations. Where like one of these movies might be onto something we don't even know about.
Facts. Well, that
You know
happens
what I
too.
mean?
That's so true.
Yeah,
That
that's
does
what I'm
happen.
saying. So like, take it all in. Don't worry too much about that yet,
Okay.
especially with time travel.
Well, oh, I know, right? But I ain't gonna lie. Time travel. That's probably that's my bag when it comes to like sci-fi. That's probably really like the biggest thing I watch when it comes to, because just
See,
exploring
some
the
people
reality.
hate it.
Really?
Yeah, some people don't like it because it's too confusing or they think it's too much. Where like it's dope that it's like that's your thing. You love that
Yeah, I
shit.
try.
That's
No, because I like how it just makes your mind twist on like the possibilities. I'll be like, hold on. Because if you, and then if you get the, okay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just crazy because I'm gonna give you a little spoiler about the show you're about to watch. Not too crazy, but somebody accidentally travels to the past and is stuck there, like the 1800s,
Mm,
like for 4 years, like, and then comes back, but was only gone for like 2 days. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like that
crazy.
on the exactly on the face of that, like that's gotta be so crazy. Like just gotta come back. You grew 4 years. I don't care if you just read books and sat at home in a room in a library. Like you grew. Like, you know what I mean. But if you went back to the
Life
1800s,
experience.
yeah, exactly. Like you're a whole different person. You got to just see this. Like this show is dope, bro. Like I said, I'm very surprised. Like I would even like this. Like I said, it's in the country. I'm thinking it's gonna be real, like rural area of, like, you know what I mean, of like Idaho or Nebraska or wherever the hell they are. Like I don't even know. I still didn't get that. But like I said, Josh Brolin did his thing, man. I think he executive produced and directed a lot of episodes in the second season, man. Yeah, it's lit. It's lit.
All right, I'll check it out
Like I said,
for sure.
if you ain't hooked on episode one in the first 15 minutes, fam, trust me, you ain't gonna want to watch the rest of it. If you ain't, the first 15 minutes don't get you.
Oh, oh, whoa, okay.
Yeah,
It starts off big like
yeah,
that.
that's
Okay.
how they got me. 2 o'clock in the morning, I
All
was trying to go to sleep. I'm like, let me just go put.
Sci-fi I usually give four. I'm like, I'll let you get four episodes.
Thank you. Right,
If you can't
right,
get me caught up in four,
right. No, because I was seriously like I said, it was some country ish. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fall asleep to this real quick. Like, you know, what I mean, it's 2 in the morning. Oh, let me cut this on real quick. Boom, first 5 minutes. I was like, oh shoot, I guess I'm gonna be up for this. Let me go
I
get
guess
comfortable.
I'm
Yeah,
in.
I'm like, let me get comfortable for the first episode. Then shoot, let me go. Let me get these motherfuckers a proper bar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me get both eyes on this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I recommend it, man. Definitely blunt and a half. Well, when you get to the
Oh
singing
yeah,
part, you're gonna see why I got the blunt and a half. That's the only reason. The only
that's
reason.
why I got the half.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. They just
okay.
they just wouldn't let, like a dog with a bone, just wouldn't let it go. Just would not let that. Yeah.
Someone needed a favor.
Hey, he probably got an album dropping after this. After this.
So I'm saying, someone needed a favor. It's like, yo, fam, it would be really helpful if you could just help me just showcase my singing though.
That's probably why they dropped that. That's probably why they dropped that show. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, put me on the movies though. Long Legs. I heard good things, fam. Bro, I heard good things. Did you see it?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
Went to
on
the
the
theater.
anniversary.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, so they went. Oh, they went and saw some scary. Okay,
A little,
okay. Oh, it was like
some
that.
of that.
I heard it was. I
Oh
heard it
yeah,
was something like that. Put me
not a
on.
lot.
Put me on.
They 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 do enough of that to keep you on your toes, but it's
Mm.
not a lot to where like you just always gotta be on your toes. But they make sure they pop up and keep you on your toes. But really dope. Nicholas Cage,
Mm.
excellence.
Mm.
It honestly helps because you can't recognize him.
Mm.
So I'll say that like it really helps his performance to me because I can accept him just as who he
The
is.
character. Yeah.
um, but it's dope. It's really dope, man. I highly recommend it. It's more like a seven, like a thriller cop case
Okay.
type thing. So yeah, don't because it says horror, but it's not really super horror. It's more like seven. If you're into seven, then I should
Brad
check
Pitt.
this out.
Brad Pitt, Morgan
Yeah,
Freeman.
Brad
Oh, okay.
Pitt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I am. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah. If you're
Seven.
into
Oh, yeah. Seven.
those
Yeah.
kind of the horrors,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it's that kind of
7 to
horror.
1.
And then of course, artistically, the choices he made, a
Mm.
lot of um, old film looking type
Mm.
filters.
Mm.
Um, one of the things I was telling my wife that I liked a lot was he shoots a lot of it square,
Mm.
like it's this huge movie screen,
Right.
right? But then you see it square only,
Mm.
and it looks like the like Polaroids, right?
Right.
But as the tension in the scene builds, it actually stretches the whole picture from the
Mm.
square, and it does
Yeah.
that often. And
Mm.
you might not even notice, but you're it's like drawing you in.
Well, that's a dope
It's dope.
transition. That's a dope
There's a
transition.
lot of
Yeah.
dope cinematic tricks and things he was doing. I was like,
Mm.
yo,
Oh, now I'm
man,
definitely gonna watch it. Just because,
yeah,
yeah.
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 Like there's just so much to it that it's like, wow, this is really freaking good, yo.
Right.
Like just besides the like acting, like just there's something for everybody. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
the music, the tones and everything. It's dope. Um, yeah. So highly recommend Long Legs.
Hmm. How
Got
many points you said?
I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna get that one too. I'm gonna get that one
Oh
too.
wow. Oh yeah, I'm in there then. I'm in
I'm gonna
there.
get that one too.
Like I said, I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. I didn't know Nicolas Cage was even in it, so that's even better. So the fact that he even said Nicolas Cage was even in it, like you know what I mean, that's lit. So I fuck with Nicolas Cage. That's my man.
Yeah,
So
he on it.
yeah, so I'm gonna watch that. Definitely gonna go watch that. What else you got? We got Mortal Kombat 2021.
Yeah,
What's that?
yeah. So I
The original
rewatched
movie?
the not the old school.
Oh,
They remade Mortal Kombat like in 2021.
hmm.
You should check it out because some of your mans from Shogun is in there.
Oh
So
shit, was it dope? Was he raiding or something?
nah,
Oh, okay,
actually he
cool.
wasn't.
Cool. I'm like,
But
don't be
this is a
racist.
really
I'll
dope
say don't be
spin
racist.
on the Mortal Kombat universe.
Okay.
The next one's coming out, and then you know who's going to be Johnny Cage? Your man Butcher.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is he gonna go back to being
Yeah.
skinny?
Or he's going to be like just bulky movie star,
Mortal
cocky.
Kombat 2021. I gotta look this up. What is this? Oh, I
This
definitely
is the
didn't see this.
one.
Yeah, I didn't see this one.
Oh, this one's really good, fam. This one basically
Oh yeah, I
brings you
definitely
into
didn't see
the
this one.
everything from
Oh,
like
woman.
the
Okay.
Sub Zero
Yeah.
and Scorpion kind of feud.
Oh,
So
okay.
it kind of brings you along that into the whole Mortal Kombat universe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is on
Um,
Netflix. So I'm gonna watch that.
oh yeah. It's everywhere. It's
Yeah.
old. It's classic now, but it's great, man. So I was like, yeah, I want to watch that. It's been a minute, and then I was like, oh shit, it's Homeboy from Shogun. Oh shit, it's other. I was just like damn, y'all
I
came
like
through
when that
this.
happens. Yeah,
Like
exactly.
yeah,
I like when
yeah.
that happens. You watch an old movie, like,
There's some of
oh,
those.
well,
I'm
man,
just like,
bro, been here for a minute. You're like, I
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I
How
like
was you back there? Okay. So you really do know martial arts, okay? Like,
that.
so yeah. So it's been cool. I recommend that movie just because the old one is done so long ago that this one gives you a fresh just
Yeah,
look
that
at it.
first one
Because
wasn't
again,
it though. I ain't gonna lie.
that means you don't have to reference the old one. You don't gotta know about this. Is just a whole new blank canvas. They're gonna
Oh,
tell you how everything works from this.
oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
yeah. So it's dope. It's dope. Very gory, very Mortal Kombat like the video game.
Nice,
Some Saw movie fatalities.
nice.
So yeah, highly recommend. So I got through that, and then I watched Ruthless on Hulu.
The cartoon,
That was a mistake.
the,
No,
the Ruthless. Which one's Ruthless?
it's some movie about some dude who's like a wrestling coach and starts beating up people that are bad in the neighborhood. One of those movies, like
Who was in? I think I saw that.
I don't know the dude's name.
Might
I
have
forgot
seen
his
it.
name, but he's always like the stern white dude
You
and
say he's
shit.
always the stern white dude.
But he's not like a tough dude. But they gave him the John Wick look, basically.
Oh, that
Quick fight
dude. I didn't
scenes,
see this.
quick fight
Yeah, I'm not
scenes,
gonna
a lot
watch
of
it.
hand fighting, a lot of quick
Yeah, what is
movements.
he always in? Yeah, he's a stern faced dude. He's always like the
You know what I'm
lawyer.
saying?
He's always like the
He's a
disappointed
lawyer or he's a
stepdad.
cop
Yeah,
or
he's
something.
always
Yeah,
like the
he's
disappointed
a,
stepdad, like in the thing.
yeah. They made him like John Wick, basically.
Nah, that ain't
Basically,
gonna
like
work.
yeah. See, so yeah, I
I'm
got through
sorry, my
that.
bad. You watched it.
Yeah, I got through that.
That
Exactly.
is.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm judging a book by its cover. Fuck that.
Right.
I
I was
feel
like,
like I
oh,
feel like that's
let's
the only
try it.
time I could. That's the only time I could just fucking. Nah, that's the only time I could stereotype. Nah, that ain't gonna hit.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So how many blood? Yeah,
Just an ashtray. Just an ashtray. That's all it gives, an ashtray. Nothing.
that's crazy. I might have
No
to watch.
roaches.
I might have to watch this just cause, fam. Like
Oh, this
I'm
is
a
one of
fan of my
those you
bad
put it on.
movies. Yeah.
This is one of the ones you put on, you edit.
Oh, okay. No,
Because then you'd be like, wait, did that just happen? No.
no, I'll put that on the list. Don't even take this off the list. I'm keeping that on there. I'm gonna watch that. I
That
ain't
shit
gonna
was
lie.
horrible.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a fan of bad movies. Sometimes I'm there just to
Ah,
see the bad. Like
I like some bad action movies. I'm with it. But this one,
I
I just
know
don't
him
know.
right there though, because I remember his face.
You know what I'm saying?
You said
So it's
him,
like this
John
stern
Wick,
white dude.
right?
And they gave him the John Wick look.
Oh yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll be back with a nice in-depth report about that.
With the trash report.
For sure. Yeah, with an ash report. All right, cool. Only God forgives me. Put me on. Only God forgives. What's that about?
Old school Ryan Gosling movie about
Okay.
Thailand, like some kind of like underworld of the fighting and sex trafficking type shit.
Oh wow.
It's old. I just was like, oh shit, okay, let me check this out. It's been a minute, and I ain't really seen this, and I didn't know Homeboy was doing international Asian type
Oh,
films.
Ryan
Like,
Gosling got a real extensive bag.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I was just like, oh shit, okay. So yeah, he's in there whipping people's asses, saving girls. Um, a lot of Thai subtitles. You need to. They're
Mm,
speaking a lot of Thai. So
mm.
if you ain't trying to read, don't watch this one. But it's on Prime for free. Um, it's cool. It's dope. I liked it. I'll probably put that one on the back because when you're making music or doing anything and you look over and you see these fight scenes, you see Homeboy's face because you know Ryan Gosling can just do that face.
Yeah.
It just it's a good vibe. So this is one you can always put on in the back.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Okay.
You can make some like dope like sauce and like taste it, and you look over and Homeboy's like, shit, dope. It just helps the vibe.
Hell yeah. Okay, what else we got? Because I got a Deadpool. Oh yeah, Deadpool. I already said it.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So you about to go see
Yes,
Deadpool
sir. I'm about to go put on
and
my finest
Wolverine,
loungewear. Yes, Deadpool and
Marvel's
Wolverine.
best
And
buddy cop
I'm
movie.
trying to tell you, I am extremely excited to see how this ties into the whole Marvel Universe series because it's the first Deadpool movie they actually put inside the whole MCU. So I'm trying to see how this
Yep.
ties into the whole storyline in this phase of
Oh, you already know it's gonna be crazy.
I would
Since
love.
Deadpool one, he was complaining he didn't get access to all his characters, and
Yeah,
now that he does,
yeah,
you know everybody's gonna be thrown up in there.
yeah,
It's fruit punch time.
yeah. And I heard Jennifer Garner threw Ben Affleck under the bus in one of those in a snippet in there. So I'll be back to report on that.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh,
That's
it's cool
felt
that
with
she's.
Ryan Reynolds.
Hmm?
He does that. Ryan
Mm,
Reynolds loves to do that. The entendres of of the
mm,
lines and shit. Yeah, yeah.
that's gonna be lit, especially if it's Ben Affleck is Batman. So that's gonna be funny as well. Like it's gonna be it's gonna be something funny, man. All right, man. Block Giants, man. Episode 39, man. I'm here, Ink T to the G, and I'm here with my man Dose Methinately, aka the Potter Father, Richter, man. That's my man's over there. And thank you for joining us for episode 39 once again. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that like button, share to be aware, keep us out in that algorithm because we need to be there.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? So, we always say about this time, stay positive, stay pushing, stay passionate, stay progressing, and stay on your pivot and stay on your path until we cross it again. And on that note,
peace.